Today, we're going to be taking a look at the best card at every position in Madden 24. And now we're going to go ahead and get it started right here with quarterback, obviously probably the most important position in the game. And we're going to get it started with CJ Stroud. Now, I do want to give an honorable mention to Josh Allen right here. I don't think Josh Allen is that much worse, and he's also 2 million less coins. However, CJ Stroud, in my opinion, gets the best ability stack in the game. He gets the stack of set feet lead, hot route master, gunslinger, and gift wrapped for all 8 of your AP. So that's where our AP is going to be going on offense. And again, if you have Josh Allen, however, just minus the gift wrapped, gets the same ability stack. Also think CJ Stroud has one of the best releases in the game. So this is what CJ Stroud is looking like right now. I think he is QB1. Now we're talking about the rest of the pieces on offense. I think it's now taking advantage of a lot of the X factors in the game for 0 AP, and that's why at running back right here, we're for sure going to have one. I still think this is the best running back in the game. In my opinion, it is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's 94 speed, 96 acceleration, has 93 trucking, 96 break tackle. Also, because of his size, like 6'3", 255, the bigger players, in my opinion, are better as receivers. He is still a beast in the pass game. And of course, we're going to give him that angry runs X factor right here for 0 AP. And now at wide receiver 1 right here, by far and away, I think the best card in the game is Megatron. First off, 6'5", 236, 96 speed, 90s across the board for route running. Also gets every single promo theme team, and of course, gets the double me. And I swear this card is like glitched to where even when the double me is off, KOs don't work. I don't know if you guys have been playing this as well, but when I say Calvin Johnson is like broken, I think he is by far and away the best card. I don't think it's close. And also at wide receiver, I do have some honorable mentions as well. I wanted to go over Dion because Dion does get a crazy X factor as well. He gets to yak him up for 0, and I think that is really, really crazy. And I think in a lot of like RPO style of schemes, he's a beast, and I could understand why he's on here, right? Also, Devin Hester right here too. He gets the route tech X factor. Like if you want to argue those 2 cards top 3, I'm not going to say you're wrong. Zay Flowers should be on the team. I mean, he's 96 speed, 90s across the board for route running. The one weakness, I guess, is 5'10". You could argue Devin Hester right here, and I wouldn't say you're wrong. And finally, at wide receiver 3, however, we're going to get some more height on the football field. We are going to go ahead and go Randy Moss. Still love Randy Moss, especially no theme team. 6'4" height, 95 speed, 90s across the board for route running. And then at fullback right here, I'm going to have Mike Allstott just because he is a big body that, especially in like the goal line too, like him and Derrick Henry, if say Derrick Henry's X factor is off or Derrick Henry's tired, of course, run Mike Allstott. He could be a beast for you. We are going to go ahead and change Zay Flowers. I lied. So I thought we had all 3 X factors. We have an X factor on Derrick Henry, X factor on Calvin Johnson, and at wide receiver 3 right here, the one card isn't loaded yet, but we are going to have Devin Hester right here. And just know this Devin Hester is this 94 Devin Hester. Just didn't load on my.gg yet. And he gets that route tech for 0 AP. So he's someone that will fry the man coverage as well. X factor on him and Calvin Johnson is crazy. So yeah, that's what my wide receiver trio is looking like. Now we're going to go over tight end before we go over offensive line. Tight end, in my opinion, really comes down to, do you want more of a receiver or do you want more of a blocker? If you want a good balance of both, Dalton Schultz is great with that 92 speed, 87 run block. I think he's kind of like a better Dalton Kincaid. So Dalton Schultz does deserve like an honorable mention. I'm going to go ahead and go Vernon Davis. I think he's the best pure receiver. And then as a pure run blocker, right? Dalton Schultz is probably the best balance, but pure run blocker, of course, is Gronk as well. Or actually, I mean, Gronk is kind of just as balanced as well. But the thing with Dalton Schultz is he gets the quick juke animation because he's 244 compared to Gronk being 268. So that's an argument right there too. So, but yeah, pure run blocker, Gronk, receiver, Vernon Davis, hybrid mix, either Gronk or Dalton Schultz. Now we're going to go over left tackle right here. At left tackle, we are going to have Taylor Decker. Has the best balance of pass block finesse, pass block power, and regular run block for offensive line. That is the ratings that do matter. At left guard right here, we're going to have Isaac Similau with 95 run block, 95 pass block power, 90 pass block finesse. Again, has the best balance of stats. Someone that I do like mentioning though as like an honorable mention is Steve Avila because he is so athletic. Has like 80 speed, 87 acceleration. That's like 10 plus on every single guard in the game. And if you want your guards to pull or get up to the second level, or you want to save a little bit of coins, Steve Avila is nice. And something I should say as well, if you're trying to build the best offensive line possible, it is nice to have Charles Cross, Sweet Feet, and also the aka Creed Humphrey as your backups, just to boost a little bit of those core rating. One thing that is kind of cool about the center though is we are going to go ahead and go Creed Humphrey. We can compare him to Pouncey right here. He has one more pass block finesse, and like I said, that's the rating that matter. Also, he's half the price, and Creed Humphrey does get that aka boost on this card as well. You can see we're kind of building a playoff O-line. But at right guard right here, we are going to have Larry Allen, and again, someone that I do like to mention for the same reason as Steve Avila is the Blitz Joe Tippmann, because he is so athletic, again, for pulling or getting to the second level. And finally, at right tackle right here, we do have Chris Hinton with 94 pass block finesse, and just again has the best balance of all the core stats that really matter for offensive linemen. So yeah, boys, this is what the offense is looking like. Again, this Devin Hester is supposed to be the AKA one, just didn't load in. And now we got the defensive side of the ball. So defense, to me, what I'm valuing, of course, if you guys have been watching the channel, you already know, it is the abilities. The best pure free safety safety to me, right, is Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker has that 95 speed, 6'1" height, 93 man, 95 zone coverage. I think he is an absolute beast. And now when we look at what's called Malik Hooker's specific abilities, gets that deep end zone KO for 1 AP. That's what I really like on my top safeties. And it's strong safety right here. It's like, oh man, it's actually really tough right now. Actually, safety in general is tough because what you could potentially do, right, instead of running like the deep end zone KOs, you could run deep out everywhere, which I don't even hate either. You could do that. I don't mind that. Strong safety spot, I am gonna have Bo Jackson right here. Bo Jackson comes pre-equipped with that pick artist ability for 0 AP and gets that deep end zone KO for 1 AP total, and someone that I just think should be on your field. You should find a way to use him, whether it's a slot CB or something, man. Julius Peppers ghosts him up with that 6'7" height, 295. He gets that deep end zone KO for 1 AP as well, and gets a lurk artist for 0. So either as a slot CB or potentially like you start him at free safety. I think he should be on your team no matter what. And now at right outside linebacker right here, I think the best overall pass rusher is Derek Thomas. Derek Thomas with that 93 speed, 94 acceleration, great block shed, power moves, and finesse moves. Now for middle linebacker, for sure one of them's Gronk, 6'6", 268, 94 speed, 90 zone coverage. Also as a middle linebacker too, however, we have Ray Nitschke this time with 94 speed, 93 acceleration. They're pretty similar cards, and Ray Nitschke also gets that reinforcement X factor. Something I want to do with Derek Thomas right here. And at left outside linebacker, this is pretty much where all the pass coverage guys are. We have a ton that I actually really like, and what you could do is you could play a lot of these lurk artist defenders at either defensive end to be an edge rusher, or in some sets you could even play him a defensive tackle. I'll link the video for my best defensive line at the end of this one if you're curious to see how that works. But Christian Harris right here, I love. I think he's more of an edge rusher than anything, so I'm actually gonna make him replace Derek Thomas. Him getting lurk artist for 0, I just think it's so valuable. Getting lurk artist on the defensive line, someone that is 95 speed, 93 acceleration. The power moves is a little bit low, but I mean the block shed finesse moves fine. I just think it's too valuable to pass up. And as like actual users are like coverage players. Actual users are coverage players. So of course we have Harold Carmichael with that 6'8" height, 93 speed, 90 man, 90 zone, and also someone that I still love that I think again could be your 2 sub linebackers. Josh Allen as well. Him for like around 200K is insane to me. Lurk artist for 0, 90 man, 90 zone. And someone else that again I just really like on the team, of course, is Terrell Suggs. So Terrell Suggs, again, same reason as Christian Harris. Now what it could look like is Christian Harris, Terrell Suggs is like your right end, your left end. I don't hate that with that lurk artist for 0. You could use as many of these lurk artist guys as possible. I just love all these linebackers right here. Now we're going to talk about corner. Corner is going to be weird for me because I'm probably the only person that thinks what I does. At CB1 for me, I have Ty Law. People probably won't agree with me, but he gets up to a 92 right here, up to 91 speed. Big thing for me is he gets deep out zone KO for 1 AP. Deep out zone KO for 1 AP. I am also running mid zone on him in total for 4 AP. Plays a lot of things. When I say a lot of things, a lot of things. Also at CB2 right here, I really like the Legend Rondé Barber. I really do, man. Legend Rondé Barber, I know they're a little bit shorter, but again, to me, it's all about abilities. And I'm running the same stack on both of them, man. I'm running mid zone and deep out on my 2 outside guys for 4 AP. In total, that's 8. We have 10 for the top safeties as well. Now for corner, really all I think we need is slot guys. And for me, the slot guys just get 0 AP pick artists. That's all we really need, right? So Randy Moss still on the team for me. Randy Moss wasn't gonna not make the list, but gets lurk artist for 0. I think he's probably the best slot CB in the game. You can play him on the outside. Again, I'm just valuing the AP value of Ty Law and Rondé Barber a little bit more. And in CB4 right here, we can also go Jair as well. And again, he gets that pick artist for 0 AP. You need a couple more defenders on the field. I like Moss. I like Jair a lot. And now we're going to be talking about defensive line right here. A lot of this is like interior rushers, but if you want some like pure D linemen that are beasts, Nick Bosa is your guy. 93 speed, 90 acceleration, has top end pass rush stats in this game. He is nuts. Really good card. Now left end, I want to go over to Matabike. I think is the best defensive lineman in the game, or a card we're going to go over in a second, but he's a defensive tackle or end for you, either or. So the big thing on him, in my opinion, though, is he gets that unstoppable force X factor that's on for 5 plays, like off for 5 plays. Also gets inside stuff too, and we have 1 AP to spend, so you can run the inside stuff on him. Honestly, I don't hate interior threat either for when unstoppable force is off. So inside stuff for 1, great. Love this Matabike card. You can play him at defensive tackle. You can play him wherever. Also, some other card that I want to go over. Bryce Huff, if you're looking for an edge rusher. Speedster for 0 AP. Hard to beat a 0 AP ability, man, just for the, because it's good value, man. 0 AP is good value. I'm just gonna put him at like backup right end right here. And for like a pure defensive tackle, again, it depends what you're looking for. A lot of times I would play defensive ends at defensive tackle right now, but like a big body Vita Vea, great. I mean, he's 347. He's fine. If you want a little bit more athleticism, someone that I still really like, of course, is Aaron Donald's AKA card, the old one. He also gets a really good X factor of interior threats, which you could have on the defensive line, right? We're gonna move Vita Vea to like DT3, Aaron Donald to DT1, and Bosa, we'll just move him to like defensive end, what's it called, or defensive tackle 2, whatever. Defensive X factors could be Madden with unstoppable force, Aaron Donald with interior threat. We also have Reggie White that I know was a left end, unstoppable force for 0 AP, exactly like Justin Madden. So getting that on the edge as well. And again, I don't think his card is going to load right here because they literally just dropped as I'm recording this. So we're just gonna go this Reggie White, but just know this Reggie White is this Reggie White. Okay, so 2 unstoppable forces and an interior threat in the middle for X factors. This is going to make your D-line hum. You are going to be screaming. It's gonna be kind of crazy. And finally, right here, we got to do kicker and punter. Punter Thomas Morstead, and kicker is Gary Anderson. Now, looking back on the defense, there's a card that we need to add that I missed on. Mr. Monday Night, Keith Bullock. My bad for not having him here, but the reason why he's so insane. So first off, he does get avalanche, but this is what I would run for X factors on defense. Dual threat 100% and that lurk artist for 0. Dual threat is kind of like unstoppable force to get some crazy sheds. I would run dual threat and then 2 unstoppable forces with Reggie White, whose card now should be loaded in. Minister of Defense right here, Reggie White. Again, with that unstoppable force right here, you could also run the unstoppable inside stuff on him for 0, but again, I think that unstoppable force is just so valuable. So these are the X factors I would run. You can now get rid of Aaron Donald if you don't want to run him with that blitz, and it looked a little something like this. Like these 3 are your 3 down linemen. Dual threat, unstoppable force, unstoppable force. So yeah, boys, in my opinion, this was the best player at each position in Madden 24, and a lot of it to me, man, is all about abilities, and some more abilities, man. Hope you guys did enjoy this video though, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden. If you guys do want to see me use some of these cards live, make sure to hit that noti bell on YouTube as well, or check the links in the description. Hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been multi-streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Would love to see y'all on some streams, man. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one because it was what I talked about with Christian Harris. You could potentially play him at defensive tackle if you watch this video right here.